Live chat. Happy horses. Oh, there we go. I think we got it. Oh, there, Jane. We're here.
Do we not need to do it this way?
I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's locked. So you gotta go the other way. Oh, maybe we can go like this, actually. Orient. I don't know. I think this is it. No, no, that switched the screen. Oh, shit. All right, this is it.
Nice.
This is what we're getting.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Why don't I hold it like this?
why? Well, you could switch it like this and just hold it like. Ah.
Yes.
How's that?
Much better.
Is that better?
Yes, I love it.
Okay, so.
Yes.
Happy Horses live chat.
Yep.
This is our second Q&A.
Second Q&A. We're trying to do it every Sunday.
3:33.
At 3:33. We like the number 3, don't we?
We do like the number 3.
What?
I'm just gonna try to see if I can see questions and answers on my computer while you're taping me. I definitely didn't set it up properly this time, but that's okay.
I was trying to get you set up with this lovely little lamp here. Make it look pretty, but
it was a really nice thought.
nice
honestly.
idea. Nice idea.
Really nice thought.
So how are you today, Taylor?
Oh, I'm doing amazing.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm
What?
gonna just leave this. I don't know what to do. Anyways. It's a cold week or a cold day. We just got a bunch more snow in Mossbank, Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
That's where we are today, and yeah, just gearing up for Agribition.
Oh, what's Agribition?
Agribition is one of the biggest ag shows in Canada, if not North America, maybe.
Ag shows.
Agriculture. So there's,
You're saying agriculture versus. I remember when you first said ag, I thought you were saying egg, and I was like egg shows or egg whatever. I was like, what is? Why is he talking about eggs? Agriculture.
agriculture. That's agriculture. So there's.
Oh, we have 2 people.
Oh, there we go.
Somebody's saying you look exactly like Joe Biden 100%.
Uh-oh.
And then somebody else is saying, whoa, I love you. You looks great.
Joe Biden. I don't know Joe Biden very well, and I don't think I'm related. But
There's 15 people on our
should
live
that
chat right now.
Should that be a compliment or a?
Is that a compliment? Whoever Parth is the fact that he looks like Joe Biden a compliment? We're not sure. We're confused.
It depends. It depends what party you support, I guess, right?
Well, the thing is that you're Canadian. Oh, somebody's saying you're so handsome.
Ooh, thank you.
I agree. We are okay. Do you want to name and car brand for an edit? Okay. Anyway. Oh, cool. So Pat Kilby is saying I'm Canadian.
Oh, that's
Where are you
awesome.
from, Pat? Where in Canada are you from? We are in Mossbank, Saskatchewan. I don't know if you're in the prairies. That's where we are.
It's chilly out here. Anyways, Agribition is one of the biggest.
Toronto. Pat is from Toronto.
We were just in Toronto.
We were in Toronto.
We'll have to say hi next time we're out there.
Yeah, totally. Welcome, Pat. Thanks for joining us.
That's sweet.
And then somebody else called Asmeds says, yes, you look very great. I like your style.
Oh, thank you.
So this is actually Taylor Douglas, who is a cowboy. Enzo says hello.
Hey, Enzo.
Taylor Douglas is an actual cowboy. So this is what he wears. It's not just a fashion statement, is it?
No, it's not. It's not Yellowstone.
Do you want to tell? Yeah, it's not Yellowstone. Somebody says, Asmed says you look very gentle. Great man.
Well, thank you.
So do you want to tell? Since we're talking about your fashion, do you want to tell the story about your belt buckle?
My belt buckle.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, he's not undressing everybody.
We're
Keeping this PG. Well, we're just showing off your, what does
Well,
it say?
okay.
Champion
2006
Limited Open
snaffle bit.
Snaffle Bit, Canadian Futurity.
Yeah.
So, but, okay, so first of all, tell us
Oh,
what
and then there's
this
a
competition
little
was.
dent in it. I got kicked by a horse.
Yeah.
Saved me. Saved me. But yeah, it was a rein cow horse event. It was on a 3-year-old horse. You do, there's 3 events.
Yeah.
Your herd work, you work a cow out of a herd. Then you do some reining, so you do some sliding stops and spins and lead
Yeah.
changes. And then there's the fence work that is the most exhilarating part about it.
What's fence work and why is it exhilarating?
You have one cow.
Asmed says, very cool.
You have one cow.
Hello,
and-
Fatma. Fatma says hello.
How's it going? You have one cow that you start, you box on one end of the arena, and then with a horse. So you take control of it, and then you take it down the fence, turn it a couple times, and then you circle it once each way. You get scored on the degree of difficulty and the amount of control you have. Working cow horse, check it out on YouTube. It's pretty awesome.
Working cow horse. And so you are trying to control a cow with your horse. And and Asma says, great man. Whoa, nice. And is that sort of goes back in the day when we didn't have, that's just like herding cattle, right? It was just how you did it in the olden days.
Yeah, but it's still done.
It's still done now.
Still done now, but that's where it originated from. Was working cattle out on the ranges, and you know, different ranches that have competitions on. You know, my horse is better, my hand's better, and yeah, it just kind of evolved into something absolutely amazing.
That's so cool. And so there's competitions are these at rodeos? No, just.
Well, actually, the high school rodeo, they have a working cow horse competition now. That's part of their organization, but it's mostly separate.
It's this whole separate thing.
NRCHA is the kind of the North American, I guess, U.S. and Canada.
And for anybody who's interested in hearing more about Taylor's like achievements and Cowboy of the Year awards, there's a YouTube video from a couple of weeks ago where we go through a whole big box of your awards and what you've won.
Yeah, some buckles and plaques and trailers, and yeah, it's been a fun ride so far.
And you want to keep doing it, don't you?
Of course I do. Yeah.
So I mean, there's lots of people on here that have never don't know who you are, and do you want to tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from?
I'm Taylor Douglas.
Yeah.
I'm from Lumsden, Saskatchewan, Canada. That's just near Regina, Saskatchewan. I grew up. My mom trained horses before I was born, and is still a horse trainer, and I was basically born on the back of a horse. So I did the rodeo and showing and jumping and pretty near everything. Almost everything I've tried, and then once I graduated high school, I started training horses myself, and I've done that for the past 20 years of my life. Built a successful training business and clinics. I started teaching quite a few clinics as well.
And what's a clinic?
You get a group of people that bring their horses, and you help them reach that next level.
What do you mean reach the next level?
Get them better. You know, build on what they have, build on their foundation, and expand what they want to do in their disciplines.
Right. So you were a horse trainer, you taught clinics, and what are you doing now?
We have built a company called Happy Horses that raises awareness for mental health in the equine industry. I mean, really, the whole livestock industry. We've set up a foundation to make equine psychotherapy more accessible to Canadians.
Just Canadians?
Well, right now we're starting with Canadians.
Mm-hmm.
As we grow the company to different countries, we're going to bring our foundation with us, and make it accessible wherever we sell our products.
Okay. So rewind. The company's called Happy Horses,
Mm-hmm.
and it is what are you selling?
We are selling right now. We've got mostly equine products. We're looking to doing some more cattle, livestock type products. So we've got Happy Horses Hemp, Happy Horses Mineral, Happy Horses Hay, and that type of feed is. I just had a conversation today with a fellow that's going to be another branch we're going to be able to add. We're looking at making some Happy Horses clothing. We've got Happy Horses handmade bits for horses.
Mm-hmm.
And all these products are quality products, so that they're not, you don't use them for a week and throw them in the garbage. You reuse them for years and years, and then resell them to somebody down the road when you're done with them.
So quality and longevity are important.
Very important.
And we also have Happy Horses Himalayan salt.
Oh,
You
yeah.
forgot that one.
Happy Horses Himalayan salt. I'm super excited about that.
And why would you feed your horse Happy Horses Himalayan salt?
Well, Himalayan salts are far more superior to a regular salt that you buy, like a regular salt block. It's got lots of organic and trace minerals, natural occurring minerals that are easier absorbed into animals' bodies. If you're going to be feeding salt, you might as well be feeding quality salt.
And tell us a little bit more about why Himalayan salt is better than just regular salt. Like, okay, so there's the trace minerals and the purity levels are higher. I know that. What else about?
There's organic minerals in it. There's quite a few organic minerals, and it's just it's a far better quality salt.
And then I seem to remember it weathers better, doesn't it? It doesn't crumble or disintegrate.
Yeah,
It's an actual rock.
Yeah, it is. We're actually getting actual little boulders of Himalayan salt to be able to sell, which is really cool. They stay intact in the winter and in the rain and all the weather.
That's really cool. And if somebody was interested in finding out more about the Happy Horses Himalayan salt, where would they go and how would you buy one?
That'll be through our website. I'm just finishing up conversations with my distributor that's importing from Pakistan.
Wow.
And we're just setting prices and getting distribution set up. It's a matter of probably a week away from having Himalayan salts, Happy Horses Himalayan salts out here.
So we'll be able to, and so we'll eventually be able to get those on the website as well, happyhorses.ca.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got 6 people on here. You want to say hi and let us know who you are and where you're from? We'd love to say hi. This is Taylor Douglas, an award-winning cowboy from the Saskatchewan prairies in Canada. And we have a company called Happy Horses, which provides or sells equine products for horses. And then proceeds from some of our sales goes towards supporting mental health in the equine industry.
And you forgot to introduce yourself, Jayne. This is Jayne Trimble behind the camera.
Yes.
The
voice behind the interview.
Yeah, she's an amazing singer and songwriter from Ireland. I don't know if you've caught her accent, but I was able to go over to Ireland and meet more Irish out there, and yeah, they're definitely salt of the earth type people. They're great people out there.
And who did you meet in Ireland that you would love to plug?
Who did I meet? I met lots of people in Ireland.
Well, I'm thinking about Rita in particular.
Oh, Rita. Oh, yeah. Rita was really good. Rita is doing her PhD on the equine human bond.
The horse-human bond.
Yeah, horse-human bond. Horse-human bond. She's doing her PhD on it, and yeah, we put the interview on YouTube. It was the first time I'd met her, and it was like we'd known each other our entire lives.
That's so cool.
We talked about horses and the way they helped us, and yeah, it was an amazing connection, and she was literally working 2 blocks from where we were staying. We didn't expect a meeting her there, but we did.
At Queen's University,
Yeah.
which is the main university in Belfast. So speak to us a little bit about that horse-human bond and the work that Rita's doing. So, yeah, like why do horses and humans have this bond?
Well, that's what Rita's trying to put into words. There's some sort of hook that pulls us into horses. I don't know. Anybody that hasn't been around horses might not understand it, but when you're around horses, they really pull you in and make you feel safe, and yeah, it's quite amazing.
What do you mean pull you in?
Well, that's what Rita's trying to
put into words.
Like it's an energy. It's it's something else.
Kind of magnetic.
It's hard to explain the feeling.
If anyone online has experience with that, has had a horse-human bond, but you can put words in the chat to what you would describe it as. How would you put it into words, the energy, that bond that we can have with horses? I mean, any conversations that we've had so far, we kind of always say how it's actually just really hard to put into words. You have to just experience it, right?
It's definitely experience, and that's
a feeling.
It is a feeling, and that's what our foundation is going to be able to do. Is going to be able to let people who don't have that access to horses get that access. Because
traditionally it's quite expensive, isn't it, to
expensive.
have this horse therapy, right? Mm-hmm. And so like the people who need it most, I remember when I was my most broke self, I couldn't afford therapy, and it was like the irony of all of this is that when I most needed it, I couldn't afford it, you know? And now that I probably can't afford it much more, I'm like, don't really need it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, like when you're at your lowest, that's when you need help, right? And so that's what we're trying to do with the foundation, isn't it? Caring for cowboys and cowgirls is like allow people who need the horse therapy the most to be able to have it.
Yeah, exactly. So that they can understand the hook that we talk about.
Mm-hmm. And what did horses do for you, Taylor? I know you grew up with you've been on this earth 39 years, and you've certainly shared with me, about how horses have saved you in your darkest, most difficult times. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, they, and I didn't know it at the time, but I had been through my low parts of my life, and thankfully I did get counseling, but they pulled me through places that I probably wouldn't have got through myself. Whatever connection they had, they helped me along quite nicely, and I don't even know how to put it into words. And I hear it's a common story with a lot of people who have been surrounded with horses, or have been attached to horses. They've had some trauma, and it's really helped lead them to get through it.
Mm-hmm. And obviously share what you want, and don't feel pressure to share. But like, what is your story? Like, what was your can you outline a little bit about what you went through in your life?
Yeah, I had some childhood trauma, some abandonment stuff, and it as I got older, anxiety and depression got worse and worse, to the point where it was time to be done. But I'm surprised. I'm not surprised, I guess, but if I wouldn't have had horses, I don't know that I would have pulled through it. They just helped me along to get through those darkest days, and yeah, it was a major turning point in my life once I finally did hit that bottom spot.
Did they make you feel less alone, perhaps?
I I don't even know how to describe it right now.
Mm, okay.
You know, it's one of those. I didn't even realize what was happening
Mm,
at the time, honestly, until you realize what they did to, you know, until I hear people's stories on how horses have pulled them through. I didn't realize that that's what that bond was doing. You know what that bond was helping me with. It was pulling me through um, those tough times, and yeah, without me even realizing it.
amazing. And why do you feel, like you feel strongly about supporting cowboys and cowgirls and anyone really in the equine industry? What was your experience at things like rodeos that then made you go, wow, I really want to give back and support, like why?
Well,
What's the deal with the horse industry?
well, I didn't realize you don't see it until you finally see it. So I started actual, you know, I did do counseling, went through counseling, got on, you know, meds, proper meds. Um, but finally I went to I went to a therapist a year ago, and absolutely turned my life around. Um, you know, I had feelings, finally had feelings, and then I started going to rodeos and events, and I was like, those people, you know, I could see myself in different people. You know, I
Mm.
could see the alcoholism, and I could see you know, the troubles that everybody was having. So I mean, naturally, you know, I wanted to reach out. I've always been a helpful kind of guy, and the way Happy Horses has started and moved along, it just happened so easily.
And why do you think there is, issues with addiction and mental health within the cowboy and cowgirl culture? Like, why? What is it about that whole world that, where that exists? Like, why?
It's not even, I don't even think it's just cowboy culture either. It's you know, when we spoke to Rita in in Ireland, she you know, it was the same with the race industry. It's the whole equine industry in itself. Um, I don't know if it's because we've just had horses to lean on for so long. Um, I don't know why it's been so stuck, but we've been stuck, and I've noticed now the more I talk about it, the more people realize it, and the more people reach out that are involved in the equine industry, and are like, yeah, I see it too. It's definitely something that's uniting everybody.
Mm.
Once you see it,
You can't unsee it.
you can't unsee. No.
Um, it's a little bit like I'm in the music industry and there's just a lot of pressure, the showmanship of it all, the having to be on all the time, the potentially looking for approval and, carrying trauma from your childhood, unresolved stuff. And like when you start, well, in the music industry and like all the pressures and stuff, then lots of people turn to addiction. I'm kind of imagining it's potentially the same in the rodeo world and that scene and in the cowboy culture.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's I mean, it's definitely, I would say, generational trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the the community's pretty close knit. Um, so I mean, yeah, it's just it's been held up a little while,
Mm.
and I guess now that we see it, we're gonna keep raising awareness of it, keep talking about it.
So if there is somebody out there watching this video today or in the future and is like, I'm in this culture and I'm struggling, what would you recommend that they do?
Talk to a doctor. Um, you know, if it's that bad, talk to a doctor. I went through a couple. You know, I talked when I hit my lowest spot. I went to my family doctor and I told her how I felt, and and then she got me on track. It's the biggest thing I realized is that I wasn't the only one that was you know that was going through that. There's lots, and there's help out there, and there is better ways of that you can feel better, you can feel happy. It is a feeling.
How long did it take you to start feeling happy again? Once you started getting the help that you needed?
I never, after counseling originally, and then on the medications I was on, I felt better, but I never felt happy. I actually never felt happy until I actually went to therapy a year ago.
Wow.
And yeah, I had feelings. I actually had feelings. I cried for my first time 11 months ago.
That's really recent.
Like, yeah, it was. I mean, but I felt I could feel sadness, but I could feel happiness for real now.
Isn't it funny how you can have two extreme emotions like that at the same time?
You don't know, you don't realize what they feel like until you actually feel them.
So now you feel your emotions?
Very much so. Yeah.
I actually have experienced that.
Yeah, I feel the ups and downs.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for the downs because I can feel the ups. It's yeah, goes hand in hand. It's nice to be able to feel.
To feel alive. And what would you? I mean, we've got 3 minutes left here before we're gonna wrap things up with our Q&A.
So we still gotta talk about agribition.
Okay, so tell us about agribition.
Well, you can finish your couple comments first.
Well, no, I was just going to say, we've had an amazing conversation about like healing, I guess. That's what it is. So yeah, any advice, any, final bits of advice. But before we do that, why don't we talk about agribition?
Oh, okay. Let's do that. So agribition, it's one of the biggest agriculture shows in Canada. We're gonna go visit probably on Tuesday. So if you see us around, don't be afraid to say hi.
Where is it?
Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. And do you know, is it like, where is it? In an exhibition hall?
Exhibition grounds.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And you just get tickets there?
Yeah, you'll pay at the gate. I think you can pay at the gate. But there's, it's huge. There's tractors, there's trucks, there's goats, chickens,
And
buffalo.
why are you going?
I'm gonna go see some events. I think there's some stock dogs or ranch rodeos and stuff like that I'd like to go see, and go see some friends that I haven't seen for a while, and yeah.
And we are also going to be there with Happy Horses Flyers. We want to connect with any horse people, anybody that's...
Not even horse people, we're gonna have some more cattle products and different types of livestock products coming on.
Yeah.
In the near future. The Himalayan salts, I'm super excited to sell to our cattle guys. They're gonna love it. Absolutely love it.
So where would one go if they want to find out more about Happy Horses or any of our products?
Happyhorses.ca is our website. You can email info@happyhorses.ca. All of our socials are at happyhorses333. We got TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel though.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, then we can keep throwing content out and people can see it. We're throwing, I've taught clinics and I've charged people for my training tips. Expertise, and we're actually just going to give it away on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, like there was one the other day. It was just a horse ride that turned into a clinic. So there's a ton of like free information and like your expertise. So that's amazing, amazing value.
To help promote our business and raising awareness for mental health.
I love it. So okay, what's your final remarks? Okay, so what's a daily what's an affirmation for today that you can send out to the people?
Affirmation for today.
Or just like a thought for the day. What are you learning right now?
A little bit at a time,
Little-
step by step.
What do you mean by that?
Take it one step at a time,
Whatever you're doing?
whatever you're doing,
Okay. I love it.
one step at a time.
Thank you, Taylor.
You're welcome. Yeah, I like the, what I do, I like the, list of 10 things to be, grateful for. That's
Gratitude
what-
list.
Yeah, gratitude list. That's
Yeah.
what I really like to do.
We actually do it together, don't we?
Mhm.
And it creates a lovely, just an energy. It's nice bonding, isn't it?
Yeah, nice shit.
All right. Well, join us again next week, 3:33 p.m. every Sunday,
Hopefully.
Central Time. And thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks guys for coming on.